Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Chloe with Rooted Dog Training. Look at my nice little fire I got going on. Isn't that nice? Isn't it pretty? It's a rainy, beautiful day. I love it. So I'm kind of setting the mood, you know. I just need a little hot cocoa and I'm good to go. But anyways, now that I got the mood set, right? Let's talk about our dogs. And I specifically want to talk about reactive dogs, okay? It's an issue that so many people are dealing with, and including myself. I've dealt with it as well. I have the reactive dog, and I'd really like to share my experience and how that can hopefully help you. Of course, I've dealt with a lot of reactive dogs as a trainer as well. So I'd really like to share with you why this might be happening and how you can go about changing this problem, okay? Or addressing this problem. So first off, what is a reactive dog? What am I talking about? A reactive dog is a dog that we typically see, you know, let's say, you know, we're out walking our dog and our dog sees another dog, maybe another person or an object, something that they don't really like, and they feel the need to react by barking and lunging and getting nasty and completely embarrassing us as the dog owner, right? Been there. It is embarrassing. It's just a very unpleasant experience, okay? So if you've been there, raise your hand. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you have been. Go ahead and let me know if you have, and by show of, you know, raising your hand. But anyways, it's a very common issue. You might also see a reactive dog in your house where you're just, you know, they might hear a sound, or maybe they see somebody out the window, something like that. You may not even see or hear whatever it is, but they just feel the need to bark their head off. Or if they hear a knock at the door, they're like, oh my God, somebody's here, right? And they just freak out. Might be that they're in the yard and they see somebody walk by and they're just like, get off my property, right? And they bark their head off. So these are reactive cases, and none of them are great. We don't like it. Many dog owners hate it. Our neighbors hate it as well. So it's something that we need to address. And by the way, not only is it an unpleasant experience, but the dog's head, that mindset of living in that kind of reactivity, it's not great. It's not healthy. It's not good. So there's a lot of reasons why we should address it, but that is definitely one of them. So now that we know what a reactive dog is, why might this be happening? Well, there might be a few reasons. I want to talk about one, and that is having to do with something that I talk about frequently, and that is about how dogs commonly mirror our energy, okay? Like I talk about sometimes, you know, if we're excited, they are easily excitable. If we're calm, we're more likely to get a calm dog. Okay, so if I were to engage in play and be like, oh, it's so good to see you, oh, I love you so much, you know, getting excited, they're more likely to engage, to be excited, to jump up and down and be like, oh, I love you too, oh my God, right? They're more likely to do that versus if I were to go chill on the couch and just lay down, you know, just relax, they're more likely to relax and be calm as well, okay? So, but now that we're talking about reactivity, how could I be mirroring that reactivity into my dog? Well, are you a person that's typically kind of sensitive, maybe a little anxious, maybe easily offended, easily stressed, maybe lives in overwhelm? I've been there, and I'm sure a lot of you have too. Some of us may live in that state of mind more often, more regularly than others, but these things can cause us to be reactive. So how exactly can we fix this problem, okay? Because this is not a hard issue to get rid of. This is how we behave, right? Like for me, being a reactive person, you know, this isn't something that just suddenly developed. You know, I've been dealing with my whole life. I'm just more aware of it now. And because I'm aware of it, I can have more control of it. Not to say that I'm perfect or that I don't have bad days or that there are times when I react more easily than others. Yeah, it happens, okay? I'm imperfect and I don't have everything 100% under control, okay? But because I am aware of it and I've worked on creating a better process, I can address it more easily, okay? So if you're this type of person, like let's just say, for example, like what would be a reactive, you know, experience as something that might happen, you know, to us. Could be like you have a cup and you drop it, you're clumsy or whatever. You might be like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? You know, why did this happen to me? Sort of thing, right? Sometimes we go there. It happens. But not everybody reacts that way. Not everybody's so dramatic about that experience. But maybe we are. And that might be because we are just living in this kind of overwhelmed, chaotic lifestyle, right? Or maybe it's not even specifically just you. Maybe it's the household, the family, where maybe we just don't communicate that well. Maybe we're kind of like argumentative, kind of butting heads often. Maybe there's just a lot going on, right? Everyone's busy, you're in and out of the door, everyone's rushing. Like, these are all examples of what could be leading to reactivity, to the reactive moments, to a reactive lifestyle, okay? Because there's not a lot of calmness, there's not a lot of sitting still, there's not just a lot of quiet, right? It's just go, 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 busy, busy, busy. And when we live in that kind of chaotic environment, we're more likely to just kind of, you know, lose our cool, right? So what I want you to do is just figure out, is this me? Do I live in this kind of lifestyle? Does my family? Is this the way the household runs? If so, that might be the reason why your dog is also reactive. They are mirroring that energy that you're putting out in that environment. All right, make sense? Okay. So you guys are all chaotic together. Now what do you do about it? Well, there are different avenues and different ways to go about this. But really what it is, and it's not a super easy journey, it takes time. This is why a lot of times I like to tell people when you're dealing with reactivity, sometimes it's a process. We can't expect an overnight result versus some behaviors that we can correct right away. This is changing the way you think, the way you process. And the same goes for the dog, especially if you've been living this way for many years, okay? So have patience with yourself. But what I want you to do, or encourage you to do, is just to first acknowledge it, right? Acknowledge that, okay, I have a problem. Hi, my name is Chloe and I'm reactive, right? That sort of thing. Okay, but now you need to start thinking about, well, how can I create a calmer environment? How can I create a calmer Chloe, right? Calmer dog owner. Well, let me tell you, when we have dogs in here for this issue, one of the things that we tell people to do is create massive amounts of structure, okay? And that includes a lot of crate time and includes a lot of duration work on place, right? Sitting still. Wonder why? Well, to create more calm behavior, to learn them to teach them to just chill out, right? The world can go on around you and all you gotta do is just relax, right? Well, the same goes for us. If we want to if we want to work on being more calm, then we need to kind of sit still more. We need to be quiet more. We need to learn to relax while the crazy world goes on around us. So what does that look like, right? Well, we can't just go lay on place or just go chill out in our crate, but we can do things that create a more calmer day, right? So while we still have to go to work and we have to get things done, we can create our task list and make it more realistic rather than overwhelming us with things that, let's face it, we're never going to get done, or we're going to have to rush through our day and not do a great job at it, right? So being realistic with our schedules, right? Taking time to take care of ourselves, right? Not creating all these things before 9 a.m. that we have to get done, where we're rushing out the door and we're driving crazy and all that kind of stuff. Just living in that chaos. We have to figure out how to create a more quiet setting. So that may include a few different things, but I think you get the picture, right? It really is requiring work on yourself, right? So acknowledging it and figuring out, okay, well, this is what I need to do to create a calmer me, okay? And then practicing in that daily. And it takes time, right? Just like I said. So, but that is really what you need to do, right? It's a hard thing for people to understand or to kind of really realize that it's the truth of the matter. But if you do it, if you work on you, if you change you, then you can change your dog, You can create a different dog. So just something to think about, and maybe this is a new idea for you, maybe something you never heard before, but let me tell you, it's very true, okay? So, and these are things that I've practiced, and it takes time. I'm not perfect at it, and you probably never will be, but you can do better, okay? And that's what we're looking for, is doing better. All right, you guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed that. And let me know if you've been there, and if maybe share your story. Maybe you've been through on this path where you've dealt with a difficult dog and you had to work on yourself so that you could help this dog, right? And it really is a cool gift that we're given, because maybe otherwise we wouldn't have dealt with these behaviors or the way we think, if it weren't for our dogs. And that's pretty stinking cool. So anyways, feel free to share that if you like, and of course drop your comments, questions below if you got them, and I'd love to chat with you guys. All right, take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye.